It's when we start to look internally, to really take the time to assess who we are, that things start to change. And we start to work in a direction where we feel so aligned to ourselves at the core of our being. You see, a lot of us, including me, have gone through many years in life, step after step, being based upon a framework of achievement that has very little to do with who we are. And that's honestly normal. There's such a weight in our lives from the time we're young of what life should be based on the collective experience of everyone around us. And we're constantly having this inflow of information and opinion about what it looks like to live a successful life. And I think it takes a while to shed off those layers of external frameworks to start to think about who we really are. And one of the most important things we can do is just start to take inventory of our feelings on things and start to think, in a life that I envision as just absolute perfection, as the best for me, what does that look like? Who am I as that person? What am I doing on a day-to-day basis? How does my financial situation look? How does my job look? How are my relationships? Who is that person? And if we take that and we couple it with the things that just give us natural excitement, we start to be able to have an idea of this image of what true success would look like for us. So we go through this life a lot of times working off somebody else's canvas, painting a picture that's not authentic to ourselves. And so you start to think, what does my authentic masterpiece of a life look like? And if you can start to envision that, envisioning it's the first step, and then start to take time and pick off little pieces of things you can be doing in your day-to-day life to start working toward that. Even if it's one small thing on the side where it's like, this truly resonates with me, this hobby, or this thing that I do on a daily basis. I might have a lot of things going on in my life that just don't feel connected to me, but I'm going to start with this one thing that resonates, and I'm going to work down that path. And you start to build your own confidence in creating an actual presence in existence that looks like this dream vision for yourself, this masterpiece. So taking the time to truly reflect on who that is, and that's work in itself. You know, self-reflection, self-knowledge, self-truth is an act of personal education. It's not like it just happens one day and you find out who you are. It's like anything. You have to put in a daily practice to be working to know who you are. And once you do, you can start to take these authentic, resonating steps, these steps that just resonate with your soul and resonate with that vision of who you are and who you want to be. That happened for me about 10 years ago, where I actually started to take the time to do this, and the trajectory of what I've been able to achieve that was in true alignment since then has been drastically different than 20, 30 years of my life before that. So it's really in that deep internal reflection, in that understanding of who you are, and the courage to take a small step toward that, to where you start to envision this perfect masterpiece of your life that you can work toward.